Welcome back everyone, it's time for a new video. It's time for us to discuss how to record guitar in studio. It's kind of special to me because guitar is actually the first instrument that I learned, and I think it's around 15 years since I started training and practice the guitar. But today, as I said, it's all about the guitar. We will learn how to record acoustic guitar in studio. Let's go! Here it is. This is my first guitar. I bought this guitar, I think it was in 2009. I've used this so many times and I'm still in love with this sound. I love this one. And this body is the Dreadnought body from Taylor. And I just in love with this sound. It's kind of bright. Some say that it's too bright, but I think it's perfect. And the microphone that we will be using today is this one, Akg C414. This is really a must-have if you want to record a guitar. And usually I use this for acoustic guitars, just using one microphone. And today I will show you how I use this microphone. And I really think that this one handles acoustic guitars really good. Okay, so when it comes to record acoustic guitars, there is a lot of rules out there how to record acoustic guitars and how to record instruments. The one rule that I'm always going for is, how does it sound? Does it sound good or does it sound bad? Does it sound right? Does it sound good? That is my only rule. Actually, I know the other rules, but that is my main rule. Does it sound the way I want it? And so on. And I will give you 3 tips in how to record and produce acoustic guitars. Okay, so the first tip is, how does the instrument sound in the room? Okay, so first things first. The room is very important if you're recording instruments and you know when you're dealing with acoustic instruments and microphones that will be part of the acoustic in the room. So the room itself is very important. Okay, so actually before I even hit the record button, I'm walking with the instrument around in the room and I start to listen to the sound of the instrument. In this case, it's the guitar. I'm walking around playing the guitar until I hear something, until I think that I've found the spot in the room physically that I think sounded best. Instrument, and especially pianos and guitars and drums, they are very affected by the room itself, so you must be aware of finding the right spot in the room to get the right sound, and that's where you place the microphone. That is where you're gonna sit playing this instrument and so on. Okay, so this is my first tips. Walk around in the room, listen, where does the instrument sound it best? Find that spot, and that is the place for the recording. And when you've found the perfect spot in the room, it's time to bring your microphone. In this case, we will bring our Akg 414. And then you start to play in front of the microphone, and that's really important that you're wearing headphones. And when you put the headphones on, it's time to move the instrument around in front of the microphone, back and forth, to the left, to the right, up and down, until you hear the perfect balance in between the bass notes, the bass strings, and you must find a balance in between bass frequencies, mid frequencies, and high frequencies. I think that this kind of tips actually comes from the way you want to record acoustic drums. And this tips actually works almost the same for acoustic guitar. And it's time for the third tips, and that is actually how to work with this guitar after recording. Just to add a little bit of compression, a little bit of reverb, and also a little bit of equalizer. I just add a tiny bit of compression to the actual recording. That is just to get more control of the dynamics in the track, but also to get more clarity out of the recording. And I used to add just slightly a little bit of reverb to the recording as well. And sometimes I have to use equalizer, but often if I have done the recording good, in a good way, the right miking, the right position, the right place in the room, I don't have to use equalizer that much. But sometimes I have to use the equalizer, and if I have to use equalizer, I add a low shelving for the low frequencies, and a peak bell equalizer for the mid-range, and a high shelving for the high end. Okay, so that was everything for today. I hope that you learned something new. I really hope that you got inspired to go out there and do some amazing acoustic guitar recordings. So feel free to comment below, send me a DM on Instagram. I will do my very best to answer all of your questions. Feel free to subscribe to this channel if you aren't already, and hopefully we'll see each other in the next video. Bye!